There's a group mad that the readings they've been getting on me haven't been showing what they've wanted. They've been projecting their energy onto me extremely badly. So, a destiny swap kind of energy. Listen, we're ready for divine timing. So, they're extremely desperately trying to delay something with extremely egregious divination abuse. They must also be trying to make it look like I'm the one doing that, when in reality, I'm not at all. Something massive is about to shift. So they've been trying to massively block a massive energetic shift happening in my life. They've also been trying to hide from me and possibly also others when a massive shift in my life is about to happen and or should happen. You might not understand why it unfolded. So they've been trying to cause massive confusion on if they even really understand why something's happening how it is. Also trying to cause me to be extremely confused and left completely unable to understand about why things in my life have happened how they did, and hiding that by trying to make it look like I might actually know what's going on, and I'm hiding it from others myself for some reason that in reality is all lies, and I wasn't doing, nor even trying to do, at all. It's about to change your whole life. So, this change they've been trying to delay and block is life changing for me. And they've been trying to leave it completely hidden from me that it's really that serious and a massive life change would, or at least should, occur for me if I wanted it. Going in circles with no progress and a means to no end, that's not gonna work for you. So it's been working for them to try to leave me with a means to no end, going in circles with no progress ever, somehow successfully managing to extremely brutally force me to slave away, working extremely hard to try to improve my life, but never go anywhere good or that I actually want to go, no matter how hard I try. They've literally been terrorizing my life. Literally. That's the only reasonable perspective on this. Whether it's love, your purpose, or just your healing journey, a major breakthrough is right around the corner. It's been delayed for a reason. So, they've been delaying and blocking me in love, my purpose, and my healing journey for no good reason, while hiding that by pretending there's some kind of good reason, sabotaging basically every aspect of living a life at all actually worth living. They must be expecting me to end up literally physically deceased as a result of this, one way or another. Big emotional drain, feeling mentally or even physically exhausted, not a well feeling that you're successful. So they've been hiding, causing drain, exhaustion, and failure in my life. And whether it's been just mental or even also physical. While they've been pretending, I've been doing that to them. And they've even been trying to hide if I actually feel good at all or not, if I ever achieve anything that they frame as success. Breakdown of what wasn't stable so something greater could take its place. So they've been trying to stabilize their destruction of me because they believe it's greater than me living in my authentic power or living in general. Then they must be hiding it by trying to make it seem like I've been doing something like that to them. You weren't being rejected, you were redirected. So they've been completely rejecting me from their lives, misrepresenting things to make it seem like they've been trying to redirect me to something better and trying to avoid their own rejection from me so they could try to benefit entirely at my expense. Then they must also be trying to turn the clear rejections I might have actually given them, or that they know I would have given them, however I might have, into some kind of redirection for themselves towards something they actually want. Divine offering on its way. So they've been blocking me from getting any benefits with their egregious divination abuse and possibly also full on defamation of me to steal spiritual opportunities meant for me. Destiny swapping. It's literally extremely serious and egregious destiny swapping behavior. And they've been somehow trying to make it look like I've been the one doing it to them. Prayers unanswered will be coming through with beautiful emotion. So they want to constantly turn the positive results I should see into miserable failures I'm forced to suffer through and make it seem like I'm getting what I've always wanted and been trying to work towards. They want me desperately praying for things to finally change for the better how I actually want, have my prayers always brutally completely unanswered, and yet for me to forever remain forced to continue to pour out my heart and soul into things with all the most beautiful emotions I can muster up, while they continue to just steal all that energy and any benefits it could bring for themselves and leave me to rot and die in the chaos and destruction they're actively, intentionally, utmost maliciously causing in my life, knowingly, entirely to my detriment, against my consent, and make it look like I definitely deserve everything horrible coming at me and constantly happening to me, and the complete lack of anything actually good or desirable to me coming into my life. Season of joy and love is arriving. What was not meant for you back then is aligning for you now. So they've been constantly trying to drag their garbage from the past into my future and lying that it's joyous and loving to me, trying to turn every season of my life into an absolutely miserable, hellish nightmare of nightmares with complete lack of any real joy and love, and hide even when any such a thing should or might be arriving for me, and then make it seem like it's justified by supposedly giving me something from my past that they're pretending I really want to be aligned with, when it wasn't ever really aligned with me before and clearly won't ever really be. None of this is by accident. So they want to culminate everything I've done and all they've been doing to me to sabotage, destroy, and steal it away from me into one huge, horrible accident. By lying, I'm supposedly this really careless jackass with massive lack of foresight. They want everything I ever do to look like any success I ever get is basically a complete accident instead of calculated, meticulous, precise, and a result of extremely hard work over a very prolonged period of time. Maybe sometimes the success they've seen in harming me has been accidentally beneficial to them and they just took it as a free, easy win sort of thing. But I believe they also, in part, try to make me seem careless and fraudulent by trying to massively exaggerate what extent of what they do I see as an accident, to flip it on me somehow. Door once shut is about to open wider than you ever expected. So they misrepresent things as if them blocking opportunities for me is to open ones I supposedly want more, as if it's even better than I ever thought possible. In reality, they're just trying to close off any and every opportunity I might ever try to get or might ever have coming to make things even worse for me than I ever thought possible. They probably even specifically try to target, especially shutting one particular door of an opportunity on me, trying to force me into behavior acting like I ever have or ever will consent to exchanging that opportunity for something else. Most likely, they're responsible for trying to block me from the connection I've always wanted with Kimmy, and they're trying to force giving me some garbage that I'd in reality never even consider trading for it, while acting like I see that other opportunity as much more favorable or desirable than the connection I've wanted with Kimmy. Pay attention to things like repeated numbers, signs, names. So they've been somehow exploiting patterns of things like repeated numbers, signs, and names to achieve all these devious, malicious things they've attacked me with. All such things I've seen spiritually, especially at times I might have felt more inclined to pay attention to them, have felt like manifestations of curses on me. Blockages trying to delay and destroy me, not some kind of indication of blessings or good things. So they've been hiding their malice by pretending otherwise has been true. Attachment to a spirit animal, maybe a shared pet or adoption you all spoke about, some kind of connection you have through the love of an animal. So they've all been utilizing some kind of attachment to a spirit animal of some kind of adoption or a shared pet or something that they've somehow agreed upon to use to attack me and try to destroy me. I've never had any such a thing myself. I've never spoken to nor engaged in any kind of agreement with anyone to consider any kind of pet some kind of shared attachment. Not even in general for actually good, healthy reasons, much less for some insane, malicious destiny swap thing. And I'm not judging anyone that bonds over actual pets for healthy reasons. I'm just speaking the truth about myself. This is now your sign that you're stepping into a season of rebuilding. So, this group has been divination abusing to look for clear signs their malicious efforts towards me have been succeeding while trying to block me from ever getting any signs that I'd ever even have hope of truly recovering from the immense harm they've caused and continue to try to cause in my life endlessly with all this behavior they've been doing targeting me. They've also been trying to confuse me and others about what I do and should actually see as a sign that I'm stepping into a season of rebuilding, or basically generally actually improving my life at all, and getting away from their extremely destructive, malicious destiny swap efforts on me. Get ready, something real is about to unfold. So they want to also make it feel like any actual recovery I ever start doing is actually never going to turn into anything real in my life either, while lying about when unfolding events are even real or somehow staged or fake or something like that. They want any even possibility of me trying to genuinely, meaningfully heal to any extent from what they've been doing to me to feel utterly futile for me. They also want me to feel a nervousness of needing to get ready for something to happen even when it wouldn't, which would trap me into depleting myself further through overexertion, always feeling paranoid and disappointed. They've also been trying to leave me feeling constantly overwhelmed with guilt, shame, and other negative emotions when I shouldn't even feel them at all, to the point that I'd be manipulated into trying to convince myself to feel grateful even just to be alive, while being forced to live a life increasingly brutally, relentlessly, not actually worth living at all. They must also be hiding it by acting like I'm somehow trying to do that kind of thing to them. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, all involved in the energy, all acting extremely malicious towards me, entirely against my consent, and entirely to my detriment. I feel like I'd have to take guesses I'm quite uncertain of if I tried to identify a specific person for each. I suppose it's very possible multiple of them are energies of more than just one person, too.